Welcome to Movers.com, the last stop for all your moving needs.
I'm Mike from Movers.com, and I'm here doing an interview.
My name is Landon Rozier, and I own Macon Moves.
So tell us a little bit about your company, how you began, and how long you have been operating.
I actually just opened the company in early 2014. I've actually been moving furniture for 20 years this year. I started when I was 12 with my dad. I've always wanted a moving company. I wish I would have started a long time ago now. It started off so good. I've done various things like bars, restaurants, health supplement stores, limo companies, and finally did what I've wanted to do all the time, and I haven't been happier. I mean, I can't even describe it how good it's been the last 3 months, especially after joining Movers.com. You guys have a great service. You guys found me at that, and I am just ecstatic to work with you guys, which is why I'm sitting here doing this interview.
So what particularly after doing those other jobs made you want to get into the moving industry?
I've always done it. I've always liked it. It always kept me thin. It's tough work, but it's very rewarding. Alleviating the stress out of customers, and it's just something that I always wanted to do. And I ended up getting a good deal and sold the other businesses in Valdosta, Georgia, and moved back to Macon in early 2014 and started it, and I'm so glad I did.
So what types of moves do you do, and what is the area that your company serves?
We cover Macon, but we still we do residential, commercial moving, out-of-state moving. We specialize in Macon, but we still cover all the big cities: Valdosta, Thomasville, Atlanta, Savannah, and everywhere else for that matter in Georgia and the Southeast region.
So what is your favorite thing about working in the moving industry?
Just helping people. When people are moving, they're extremely stressed, and it's nice to go there and alleviate that stress and let them feel a little bit at ease while we handle getting their stuff moved.
What is the most common mistake that people should avoid when they're moving or planning a move?
Oh, just overdoing it. I talk to customers every day that just start crying on the phone because they're so overwhelmed. They're trying to get, a 3 or 4 bedroom house packed in 3 days and get the move. I would advise them just to prepare. And whenever they get their stuff moved to their new house, that stuff doesn't have to be unloaded that day or the next day. I tell them just take it a day at a time. Spend a couple weeks on unpacking your stuff, and don't try to do it all in one day, because you're just going to get overwhelmed and stressed out and frustrated.
Describe your most memorable moving experience, either as an employee or during one of your own personal moves.
Oh, that actually happened last week. If you've seen the show Hoarding Buried Alive, we went into a house. The woman called me on the phone crying, telling me she needed to be out in 2 days. The move could have taken me a week, working 12 hours a day. So instead of charging her for 7 days, we worked for 5 days, and I gave her a discounted rate of about 70%. So the move would have ended up totaling about $6,000 or $7,000, and we rounded up some guys, we rounded up some people in the neighborhood, and got her moved for $1,500. And it took 4 days. We had about 50 hours in the move.
What's the most important piece of wisdom you can lend to people who are planning a move?
Oh, preparation. Just what I stated earlier.
Yeah.
Not trying to do it all in one day, and just prepare and doing a little bit at a time. Making sure that you pack all your stuff. Even though Macon Moves has low price guarantee, moving is still expensive, So take the time and pack your small items and leave the heavy stuff for the moving companies.
So what does your company have to offer customers that they won't get with any other moving company?
There's 2 things. Our employees are not day laborers. Our employees stay with us every day. They're trained adequately how to lift furniture correctly and not damage it. And also is our low price. Moving is extremely expensive, and moving doesn't have to cost $500 to $1,000. We offer a low price guarantee. And we have the lowest prices in Macon and Georgia, for that matter, and probably in the Southeast region. And I think that's extremely important in how Macon Moves has taken off, especially getting the quotes from movers.com, because when we come in, at half the price, they're astounded.
So what is the strangest moving request you've received so far from a customer?
I've had all kind of strange things, man. I've had people ask me to move their pets because they don't like their cats meowing in the cage on a long distance trip. I had a woman ask me to move her goldfish, and if he died in the process, that my neck was basically ringed.
Can you insure the life of a goldfish?
I don't know.
You didn't
I've seen
check.
a lot of commercials where they just do the old switcheroo on the goldfish.
That's true.
A lot of times I just refrain from taking on lawn equipment, obviously because, if you don't have a lift, you're not going to get it in the truck. So I generally don't have that problem, though.
Okay.
I ran into one house last month that a gentleman asked me if we moved lawn equipment, and I told him we'd rather not, and he said that was fine. So generally I don't have a problem with that, but we always ask up front if they have, any dangerous or hazardous equipment that could possibly injure somebody or a mover while they're loading it.
So what is like the heaviest load that you recall moving?
2 days ago, we actually had to move a 800-pound grand piano. That was extremely tough, and the woman told me to be extremely careful with it because it was a $25,000 piano.
So is that the most expensive or difficult item you've ever moved?
That's probably the most expensive and heaviest that I've done since opening Macon Moves. Yes.
If something goes wrong, if there's a delay for a move, what do you think is the most common reason?
I don't have any delays. When a customer tells me to be there, I'm extremely prompt. If for some unforeseen circumstance happens and we get in a wreck or movers don't show up, I will still go out there and assist on that move so we can be on time. I'm a firm believer in being on time. If they tell us the move is scheduled for 1 o'clock, we're there at 12:30. If for some reason something has happened, a wreck, somebody's missed work, I will call them and tell them, hey, this has happened. But those are emergencies, and those are rare.
How many times have you moved personally?
Thousands
Wow.
and thousands. Started when I was 12, and I worked for a big company here in Macon, and I probably shouldn't have even been working. I was too young to work, but we would work.
12, wow.
Yeah, and then it got to where we were working, 3 or 4 jobs a day, 7 days a week, 70 hours a day. And then I was in college full time as well, doing that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was.
What do you believe is the future of the moving industry? Like, what changes do you foresee?
I'm just excited to grow and see how we can, better help people and getting new equipment as far as, like pianos. You have special equipment now. I'm excited to see where technology takes us and how moving trucks can become more efficient and cost efficient on getting them from point A to point B. We're constantly developing that. I'm excited to see where that goes in the future.
Anything else you'd like to add about your company?
Let us come help make you a move.
There you go.
We're excited to be in business. We're getting really busy, especially thanks to you guys. I started off in the 478 area code. I had great success with that, so I've recently gone to getting leads out of the 404 and 678 out of Atlanta. I'm extremely pleased with you guys, and I'm extremely excited to see what the future brings.